With temperatures in the teens, there's no better time to have some fun indoors and let off some steam. That's why today we've enlisted local chemist and STEAM educator Gerald Henry Smith to show us a few ice-inspired experiments. Thanks for joining us this morning. Not many of our guests ask me to suit up in protective glasses and then get the rubber gloves on.
Yes.
So before you put us through all the menagerie of things you've brought, which we're excited about that, what's your background, Gerald?
My background is chemistry with chemical engineering as well, bench chemistry, if you would.
Bench chemistry.
Bench chemistry.
I was not a science major. What does that even mean?
That's a laboratory setting where you have test tubes and you have to gear up. Safety is always important and
Safety first.
priority when we're doing science experiments.
Okay, you're a hybrid as well. You were raised in Lexington, but you went to the University of Louisville Speed School.
Yes, indeed.
So you cheer for both?
I do.
I love that. I love that. Okay, let's get started.
All right, awesome. So what we have here in my hand is a polymer.
Okay.
This is glue and borax solution. Go ahead and pick
I
that
can
up.
pick that up?
Yeah, you can pick that up. And what's basically happened is
That's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. It's picking up the temperature in the room, and its elasticity is because the sty flow, the starch that I put with that glue, it basically made it stretch. If I was to put a more concentrated borax solution, then it would be more stiff. But I do hands-on activities in school, so it's always making sure that that feeling is important.
Okay.
Also, I'll take that from you.
Aww.
Yeah, I know.
I just turned into an 8-year-old kid playing with that.
Right here, we're going to do an exothermic reaction. This is commonly known as elephant's toothpaste. So right here we have hydrogen peroxide. This is 30%. So yep, pour some of that into the beaker there.
How much?
Pour it all out.
Okay.
Yep.
I just have to ask this because they got a lot of hairspray up in this dude.
Awesome.
Any explosions today?
Then we're going to transfer
Any explosions?
that. No explosions.
Okay, I had to
This
ask.
is going to be a micro explosion. That's why we have a nice tray here for it. So we're going to pour that in there, pour it all.
Okay.
Then I'll come on top and
You said
squeeze.
elephant's toothpaste.
Elephant's toothpaste. So this is decomposing as we speak into water and oxygen bubbles. So if we give that a stir, we'll make sure that soap is going to capture that oxygen gas after this experiment. But to make this happen much faster, we're going to use a catalyst.
Go ahead.
Catalyst is going to speed up the reaction. So this is potassium permanganate. Pour that right on in there. It's going to make a nice colorful hue. It's just going to be a color change, and we're going to stir this up. And you have on the safety gloves.
So I'm the one to pour
You're going to be pouring. So just pour that all in there. One big pour. Make sure the solids get down in there. Pour, 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 and
elephant's toothpaste.
Elephant's toothpaste.
Oh,
they call it elephant's toothpaste because you can see it's foaming up as if an elephant could use it to brush their teeth.
Okay, that is fun. Let's move on to what you have next.
All right, so fun. Liquid nitrogen. So this is liquid nitrogen, negative 321 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you would put on these gloves here, yes, these are safety gloves that are going to keep your hands really comfortable because this is negative 321 degrees Fahrenheit.
If I touch that with my bare skin, what happens?
It will crumble.
Oh.
It would blister, and then eventually you would go numb and you wouldn't
and then
feel
my hand would crumble.
Exactly.
Awesome.
So I'll take this balloon, and speaking of cold temperatures outside, when you're cold, you typically like to make sure that you're warm. So a lot of times you'll bundle up, put a coat on, but these balloons here, they don't have a coat. Right? So what's going on is I'd like you to go ahead and pull this blue balloon out. We can see it peeking over the side
bet you
there.
would.
So as you can see now, you're warming up these gas molecules as you pull them out, and look, as they come back into the atmosphere,
that's cool.
The temperature change allows those gas molecules to then re-expand. So they're not going anywhere.
That's
They're
awesome.
just inside that balloon, and they get closer and closer together, mimicking a solid.
Okay, we have less than 60 seconds left. My hand didn't crumble. And now it's time for some ice cream.
Nice cream.
Nice cream.
Exactly. So liquid nitrogen ice cream, all 100% organic. The only thing in my mixture is cream, milk, and sugar.
Ooh.
And I use cane sugar, which is a better alternative. And there are no eggs, carcinogen, which are cancer-causing additives. There's no extra thickeners like gum or agar.
I can
and you
feel
can
the
feel
cold.
the cold. Yes, indeed. And you can take those gloves off so you can taste it.
You promise?
I promise it's
Okay.
edible and
Nothing's going to crumble
yummy.
here.
Nothing at all.
So at this point, it's okay to taste.
Yes, it is very fully evaporated, just like the gas in the room.
Ooh, that's delicious.
Thank you. I like to pride myself on the
That's
cleanliness of
delicious.
it and how smooth and creamy it is.
I'm sorry, Morgan, my faster rate of fat loss coach is going, you were not supposed to be eating at this point and not eating sugar.
Then that right there, that's water condensing the room. All this gas that's around us is now getting cold. And that's a thermodynamic property right there where the temperature is, as you can see, going down. And then
One last thing?
one last thing.
Okay, one last thing, and then we have to wrap. I like
So
this.
this is the opposite of that. So instead of going down, cold molecules tend to go down, as you can see.
Okay.
But warm molecules go up.
Ooh, that's awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, and
I
for
appreciate
making
it.
sure my hand didn't crumble on live TV. Nobody needs to see that.
No,
To
not
learn
at all.
more, you can follow Gerald Smith on both Instagram and Facebook, and we will definitely have him back on Great Day Live.
Thank you so
now,
much.
Another